Hello everybody, Sage of Stone here with another replay. Recently I've got to say there's been a ton of Runecraft, Havencraft, and Forestcraft on the ladder. And a lot of Shadow and Blood as well. It kind of goes to show that the metagame's really up in the air at the moment. A lot of diversity on the ladder right now. It's pretty awesome, not queuing into say PDK or Aggro Sword every single match, but it's kind of been replaced by D-Shift and Haven variants, or just B&B Forest, but I'll take anything over Aggro Sword every day, except for D-Shift. I don't really like seeing a lot of D-Shift. That deck is just boring to play with and against. But he drops her Red Hot Boots. I was really hoping he didn't have an answer to Vania, just so that I could start getting my aggression in. But he did. And I realize now that those boots are super, super, super good against my deck. Maybe one of the best anti-aggro blood techs I've ever seen. I'm just getting rolled by all this anti-aggro. Snow White's pretty damning for a aggro player. You don't want to see her. You don't want to get 2 for 1 on their removal spells, which he's getting a lot of. Pretty much the only thing going for me in this game is the fact that I was on the play. I just lost my entire field, essentially, without him even having to use any play points, just what he had on the field. And then he plays an untargetable ward follower, which is really, really bad for me. That Tiger's really good, but I just take the same stance on it as I do with everything else. Just kill it and keep pressing face, trying to get in. I drop Urius because I figure, sooner or later he's going to have to play, creatures. He's probably going to end up losing a lot of life. He plays a ward and doesn't evolve it, which was a pretty big mistake. He really needed to have killed Urius there, so instead he took an extra damage for nothing. And I don't think he ever actually ends up using his other Evo point, so it's not like he really gained anything from not doing it. Killing Urius would have been really good because I ended up getting 3 damage out of him, and for a 2-drop, that's really good. I draw into Dance of Death, and I considered using Dance of Death on that, but I figured it would be better to just not, because he could play something bigger that wasn't in range, and I don't need to press damage that badly. But things are starting to get grim. I know that there's a lot of things that I can top into that'll kill him over 2 turns, but I kind of really did need for it to be a Razor Claw or a Storm Pupper. But I did get it, and I actually ended up beating him through all of those anti-aggro measures he was taking, which felt pretty good. It was a really good game. I had a lot of fun. I'm really just trying to figure out where this meta game is going. It seems like Aggro Blood is having a field day with this meta game right now. It might just be because I've played so much of it, but I think I've lost maybe 2 games in the past 20 that I've played with this deck, and I know that a lot of that's probably just from being too low on the ladder, but there's also a certain degree of you can't replicate those results without a deck being, quite viable. Anyway, that's all for today. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and tune in next time.